children and nail the chairs to the stage, because the baddest of the bad girls are coming. Briana, Buckmaster, and Kim Rhodes. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad girls, bad girls. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad girls, bad girls. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when it comes for you? Bad girls, bad girls. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Oh, that poor water bottle. Irreplaceable.
I'm showing that fucking water bottle who's boss here.
Alrighty.
I said lock
I do
up your
enjoy
children.
the fact that
made me
as soon as
laugh.
we got close to anything, stop!
Nope.
Right! Don't touch
Fine. Thank you so much for that beautiful intro. Enjoy your break. It's well deserved. Loud Swain, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, hello, all.
Virginia, not only do we still have the oxygen tanks that you gave us, I bought large versions for the band.
Yes.
So wherever you are,
We've
there you
learned
are.
our ways.
Hi. I also heard there. I got a report from Chad that the rumor went over well this morning.
Yes. We're all part of that joke. I pitched it in the meet and greets that we should do that at every PJ party. Is like decide how we're going to prank Chad Limber.
If he's if he's at a con, it's done.
Guys, hey, hello.
We're back.
This is happening. Who thought that this might never happen? Yeah, and we're like fucking unicorns up here. It's happening. I'm so happy. I'm gonna put this down so I don't take it all in this hour.
I know we have to keep reminding each other in the green room that they're not bong hits.
Yeah.
It's oxygen. You don't need to hold it.
Keep going.
And you don't need
So
to
funny.
talk
We're
in a
all
funny voice
just
afterwards.
and holding it. And at the PJ party, you're like, and everybody's like, now you breathe, Briana. Just breathe. You're like, but you won't get as good of a high. So that's how I work. Kim, so happy to see you.
We haven't seen each other for a long time either because she went back to Canada land.
Yeah.
And I did not.
So, yes, I know. So we actually, last night was the first time we've seen each other in, a year and a half, which was wild. But also, it didn't feel like
it was weird to see you.
Yeah.
But like we talk
all the time.
fucking constantly. Yeah.
Constantly. So it was
Like to the point where we don't say hi and bye anymore.
Yeah.
We just keep it. We're like dolphins.
It's always like
just every time we're on the water, just the conversation starts again.
I'm going to the garage, I'm like, okay, bye, yeah, bye. And I know that she didn't hear any of that, so. Garage talk. I know you guys want to ask questions, but that's not what this is about. So, sorry about your luck. Just kidding, you can ask questions. Why don't we start with Virginia?
Yay!
The oxygen supplier. Oxygen.
So you guys already
Supplier.
answered my questions. Are you still using the oxygen?
Yeah.
Obviously you are, so yay, I'm glad you're still standing. So my question is actually for Kim. Where did you get those amazing shit-kicking boots? I didn't get to ask you yesterday.
I actually can tell you. Usually my answer for questions like that is Amazon. But these boots were purchased. Here, let's get them up there and give you a
Give him a show.
good shot.
Give him a show, Kim Rhodes.
Look at that. If I can keep you from, I'm not going to flash you any of that stuff. It's not that kind of show. But like, look at that. Look at that. These boots can survive. They are acid rated. Walk through acid.
And you might recognize them from the photo shoot that we did for the Wayward podcast.
Yep. No, I wore
They were
different.
on my feet.
Yes, they were.
Yes.
No, you wore the brown version. You wore the fancier ones. What's the You wore the brown
You lent
ones.
those to me before when it rained in California. And
No,
I did not
these
have
are the-
boots. That's
yes.
what it was. Okay, my bad.
Yes.
My bad. Sorry.
Anyway, they were purchased approximately. Well, my dad has polished them, and he's been dead for 6 years. So, and he may have been the last person to polish them. They were purchased from Al's Boot Store on 82nd in Southeast Portland, Oregon.
Somebody knew. She knew.
Also known as Felony Flats.
Exactly.
That's my neighborhood. Felony, right? 82nd and Powell? Calm the fuck on. It's actually between Powell and Holgate.
No, Foster and Duke.
It's on Foster and Duke. You actually know Al's Boot Store.
She works there.
Do you own Al's Boot Store? I just want to let you know you are welcome to use this as like, they're still alive.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear that.
There we go, see?
Yay. Owl's boots, y'all.
The magic
Owl's boots.
of supernatural.
This is a fucking trip. I have to say, this is a trip. Being on stage, we're all talking in the green room about how it's just like so weird, like everything's the same but not, and it's just like, you know, where it's like all those memes where it's like the Matrix has shifted. That's what it feels like, where it's like everything's the same but you're all wearing masks, but I'm not.
Is this microphone real?
Anyway.
And someone knows where Al's Boot Store
Boots.
on 82nd is in Southeast Portland.
Owl or owl?
Owl. But I think you can't say like Al.
Owl.
It's not Al.
Owl.
It's Al.
Yeah. That's fair.
It is
I feel like
Owl.
every name is
He's
Owl.
got a boot store. Yes.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, so I don't have a question, but I just want to tell Kim, thank you.
It's okay, you can answer
I
for
love
me.
you too, Brian, but
But not as much. No, it's totally fair. I love
you're
Kim
from.
as
You're,
well.
I mean, your character's from Minnesota, and so am I. So.
Great. We have that in
We
common.
have a connection.
And yet still you hate me. Is that how it's gonna happen today? No. Give your love to Kim. She deserves it. I love her too.
So when I was growing up, Zack and Cody was a big TV show. And whenever my mom would piss me off, I would turn on a Disney Channel, watch an episode, and you were like the mom I wish I had.
Right.
Sorry, Mom. She's here in the room.
Oh, she understands. My
Wow.
kid says the same thing
She
to
does.
me. Like,
See? I bet you like me better, don't you? Thank you. I'm just kidding. I was walking in the hallway, I was talking to Kim, I was like, I really feel myself like not overperforming for love, and here I am. Well, you don't love me, but you love me, right? Who else loves you? Hands up? Okay. Oh, I'm just joking. Okay.
That was it.
I see how this is gonna go.
I love you. You guys, if you don't know, I'll tell you, and if you do know, I'll remind you that I came away from the sweet life a sad and bitter woman, full of ego and resentment. And then I started you people, and I started having these lovely little faces look at me with big shining eyes and say, "You raised me." And I'm like, Oh, it wasn't about me, it was about you! And it completely fucking healed my heart. So thank you. I thank you. That is why I'm on TikTok today.
Not just on, like a viral, you're an influencer on TikTok. Like she has over 1 million followers on TikTok.
That's on TikTok, that's nothing.
Really?
Yeah, that's nothing. You're
I
not.
think I have like 2,000. I'm just kidding. Don't follow me on TikTok. I don't post anything. Follow her. She's the genius. She'll like text me and go, Briana, I've got an idea. And she'll post. I'm like, okay. She's also a producer and a director on TikTok. I don't know if you know this. Thank you. That was very sweet.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, my name is Berkeley. Hi. I have a question for both of you this time, so Briana, you can answer. You're very welcome. So Briana, I know that you are an advisor for the Vancouver Film School, and I just got accepted there.
Yay!
And so I'm moving to Vancouver next year, and my question for you guys, since you guys like filmed in Vancouver and stuff like that, what's like your favorite place to like go, or like what's your favorite thing to like do there? Because I've never been.
Oh my God, help me out, people. What's the bakery that I'm crazy about?
Purebred?
Purebred.
Yeah, Purebred's pretty great. Purebred is like a little like Willy
Suzanne's.
Wonka chocolate factory. Like you walk in and you're a bit, there's just like every cookie and pastry and square in the face of the planet, just like put beautifully on these platters and plates, and you're like, all for me? And then the barista will look at you and go, if you want, I guess. It's pretty great. They have the amazing brownies. So that's great for a treat. It's harder for Kim because usually when you're there shooting, you work long hours, and when you're not working, you're sleeping.
Yeah, I'm like the grocery store across the street from the place I stay. I don't know, it's got green letters.
But Vancouver's pretty great. This was the beautiful thing about the pandemic for me, is that I got to spend time being a tourist in British Columbia, which is one of the most beautiful places in the entire world. And I went on lots of hikes. There's hard hikes, and then there's easy hikes, which are just like a stroll. You have the forest, the mountains, the ocean, all in the city. So you can go to any of it at all times. Stanley Park is good, although they have a coyote problem right now. So they actually have closed it down.
Wait, they have a what problem?
A coyote?
Oh, I thought you said kite.
Kite.
And I was like,
Just too many people with nothing to do.
so you closed? That's very Canadian, isn't it? It's like, we're not going to make any rules that might hurt their feelings, so let's just send everybody home.
It's equal that way. It's not you. It's the wind. Yeah, I would say the best thing about Vancouver is the land, you know, which is actually not our land, as we are white settlers, which we've learned. And it's a beautiful, beautiful place to live. And so I'm so excited for you to go and experience that. And I'll see you around, I'm sure, because it's also a very small city. Good job.
Well done.
Hey,
Hi. What's up?
So basically, since Canada is basically in Minnesota,
Is that true?
wait. Minnesota? Wait.
Is in Canada.
I told her that one day.
Okay.
Okay, listen to her.
Okay, love it. I'll take it.
So, what's your favorite hot dish?
Oh, these are like the casseroles, right?
Yeah.
You don't get mad at me. I am learning.
I love how they're asking the Canadian, the American question about what's your favorite hot dish, and I'm just sitting over here
And then
like,
they're trying to trip me up, and when they do, they go, "Fuck you, Briana." Fuck you. It's the tater tots. There's tater tots. Okay. There's like mushroom soup. Okay, and cheese. That's a thing, right?
No.
Okay.
if it's not, it is now.
Yeah, it
'cause
is
that
now.
sounds delicious. I'll eat the fuck out of that. That is brilliant.
That's not pretty
Oh my
good.
God.
Mushroom.
It's like Minnesota poutine.
Poutine. If you haven't had poutine, forget about it. Forget about it. Go home and go to Quebec. So that was the final answer. Thank you so much. Who brought these kids? Mom, you and me, we gotta talk. Okay? Come on now. Just kidding. I love you guys. Great questions. Take your time. It's fine. No, we have all day.
Okay. I'm sorry. First of all, for one thing, Briana, I have never not been a single moment of my life not incredibly jealous of your hair because it is absolutely beautiful. And both of you constantly bring this badass woman, like Amazonian, like warrior energy to everything you do, and you're just gorgeous. Had to put it out there. In case you didn't know.
Thank you. I mean, that's Briana, but for me, it's just the boots.
Oh no. Look at that skirt. Look at those tattoos. Look at that hair.
asshole.
Because I love you so much. But my question is that you've been like a huge inspiration to me, like being like coming out of my shell and like being comfortable like who I am, especially with the podcast and like listening to you guys like go on and on about like I can just listen to you talk for hours, and I have. But what's your thoughts on like the influence you've had on the younger generation of women, and like just giving us like confidence and like happiness and self-power, etc. I say this as a very old soul millennial. I should stop talking now and let you talk.
Anytime. I like that you keep going though. I was like, you're going to answer it for us eventually, which we're not mad about. Thank you so much. That was such a generous handful of fucking things to say. And I will take each and every one of them and I will put them in my little love drawer and I will remember them when I feel like I'm a useless tit in the world. So thank you very much. I guess my answer would be, I think about it and I don't think about it. So I feel like in order to move through this world in a way that does inspire other people, the best way to do that is to completely be yourself. And I think that that is very challenging these days as we live in such a comparative society. And I don't think all comparison is evil. I think it can inspire us to be better or to be like someone we aspire to be. But I know that I am inspired by people who move truthfully as who they're meant to be in this universe. It has nothing to do with who they are professionally or what they look like, but you can tell energetically when someone walks into a room and they know what they have to offer and they don't try to be anything else. Yeah. And I'm truly inspired by that in every way. And so I try to embody that. And I think that is what I think about. I don't think about how people will respond to it. But I also know that with a small, in comparison to TikTok, with a small following, I do feel a responsibility. I don't necessarily feel like other people put that responsibility on me, is to speak about things I care about, because I think too often people are scared to screw up. And I have definitely been that way before, and now I'm no longer, because I know that it really does expand me to screw up in front of people and be corrected. And I try to do that, and I try to encourage other people to do that, because I think that when we do screw up and are corrected and accept the correction, then it's just that much easier for us all to get along. So that's what I think.
I love all of that. I don't know what I would add except for my personal experience, which is you heal me. I was the kid in high school that everybody would put something on the chair next to them so that I couldn't sit next to them. And no, that's okay. That's okay. Because it made me now the person who, when you say, come sit here, I know what a gift it is. So when you say, let me see you, I will bring you my healed wounds so that we can both see them. And the way that I healed my wounds might show you a path so that you can bring yours, because I want you sitting with me as well. You are a mirror to me. That means it behooves me to act as your mirror and show you the beauty that is already fucking in you.
That's her magic power, don't you know?
Hello.
Hello. Briana, you described yourself as the unique person who knows who she is. You're gorgeous, and it's awesome to see you. And the other one, yeah. Actually, both know Tabitha. My question concerns that person. I have a 16-year-old child at home who uses they, them pronouns. And 6 or 7 years ago, our awesome pediatrician here in Denver told us that we should Google the term pathological demand avoidance.
Oh, yeah.
And since then, we have had the courage to take everything we ever heard about parenting and throw it out the window. And our home is no longer a soul-killing battleground. I would love to hear some awesome stories about Tabitha that you feel comfortable sharing, and about what PDA, the idea of it, has meant to you and your family.
Oh, that's fucking awesome. Thank you for that. I will give a quick rundown. For those of you who don't know, my daughter is 13. She is autistic. And PDA originally was pathological demand avoidance. And it has shifted to persistent demand avoidance, and in some circles prefers persistent desire for autonomy. It is not an accepted diagnosis here in the United States. In the UK it is, and I just happen to fucking be working with doctors in the UK who help me out there, and activists in the UK. It is, as near as I can explain it, when my autonomy is removed from me, it triggers deep levels of anxiety that manifest in fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. And that's what we live in. We live in a state of, okay, how do we make as little anxiety as possible? That said, one of the things that the autistic community has taught me is that my child is not an extension of myself. So I will tell you my experience. One of the biggest being is I had to learn how much of parenting is actually about my fucking ego. How much of parenting is you do that because it makes me comfortable. You do that because I want you to. You do that because in my judgment, I want people to look at me and think of me a certain way. And I don't get to fucking do that with my kid. I have to be like, this is up to you. We're doing this together. But yeah, motherfuckers, I absolutely am going to let her do that. You try to stop her. You will pull back a fucking nub.
It's been so fun watching year after year all the education professionals and psychologists and behavior management people basically decide to change careers after spending time with my child.
It's awesome. They're great, and that's one of the other things is that I no longer speak about her unless she is present and available to give that consent. So I will occasionally share things she said on social media, but I have always said, do you see this? Do you understand this? Is this okay to share? Now, on the flip side, sometimes she's like, I need to do something for the peoples, Mom. The peoples. She's like, you don't understand me. The peoples understand me. Do I have fans, Mom? Do I have fans? We need to do something for the fans. All right, that's cool. I got you, baby. But I don't have stories to share about her because I no longer feel comfortable assuming that her life is my right to share. So, I don't know. Thank you, though. Thank you for that. It's woo! Go team us!
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, well, firstly, thank you for dropping the F-bomb so much because I really wanted to say you both are fucking amazing badasses.
Thank you.
And I love it. You guys represent some hardcore working females, and I admire that. Like, I'm of the Buffy generation, you know? So, Supernatural was just a segue, right, you know? But I appreciate all the work, the way you represent women, you know, both of you, just amazing. And just thank you for being here and the inspiration for hair. But really what I wanted to ask is, what are your ideas about a spinoff? Like the Wayward Sisters?
Oh, my love, that's dead. Oh, sweet. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, so here's the thing. There's this thing called a contract, and it has a time period. And when a show is passed on, that goes into the grave. Because otherwise it would be, just think about it. Like, what would happen if Catherine Newton's in the middle of shooting a movie and she gets a phone call that they're like, hi, we'd like to come back. I would like you to come back and work for $100 a week on this show that you said. No, they've moved on. So all of the showrunners, the writers, they have all moved on to amazing careers. That said, hold on a second. Let's all give a sad aw. Aww. Yeah, fuck them! We didn't need them anyway! That means it's ours now. That means this community is ours now. That means we get to tell stories about ourselves. That means we get to inspire each other. That means this community that you fucking created, because that spinoff wasn't gonna happen without you. This community doesn't need to exist within that realm. We get to be ours. So what I think about a spinoff is it's smaller than we need to be. We get to be us.
There have been people, not networks or studios, that have come to Kim and I and gone, hey, we have an idea for you. Like, Kim and I have passed scripts to each other over the pandemic, going, somebody reached out to me about us doing this. So there's interest in what we have created with you, because they know we're wonderful, but you are precious gold. Remember that you have all the power. And use it with great responsibility. Hello.
Hello, my name is Amy. I love you both. My question is for Kim, but I have something to say to Briana.
Oh, hi.
I just thought this when you were, with the other person, the reason why so many people are asking Kim questions about tweet life is because the inner child is louder than the adult.
That's beautiful.
Oh my God, that's all any of us can ask
That's
for.
beautiful. Bless your heart. Okay, ask your question to Kim.
Do you think now, or maybe a couple years into you working on Supernatural, that Cole and Dylan became jealous of you getting to be in this fandom instead of all of Disney fandom
I do not think that Cole and Dylan ever were jealous of me. However, Cole has been on record as saying if he were going to guest star on any show, he would love to guest star on Supernatural. Both of those boys liked them some demon killing. Like, they could get down. They were fun. But I don't think they were ever jealous of me, because when I was on Supernatural, they were going to college. Like, they went out and were like, we are doing things our way. We will return on our terms. And I'm so proud of them for that. But they were never human beings to be jealous. They were human beings to be inspired and find a way to create their own. They never needed to take others. And that to me is what jealousy is like, there's only one, I want what you have. Both of those boys were, and from what I can see, continue to be, people that allow other things to inspire them to create their own. So I don't think they were ever jealous of me. I wish we could have been together on an episode or something, though. That would have been fun.
Hysterical.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, first I have to comment that your outfits are amazing.
Thank you.
It looks so cool.
I worked on this for fucking months.
Amazon, except for the boots, and they were from Owls.
Oh yeah, gotta be
From
Owls.
Zara. These pants are from Zara.
Oh, cool.
And they're stretchy, and they probably don't smell very good after I take them off.
I don't think any pants do.
Good point. Good point.
But I wanted to ask what makes a wayward sister, because my mom, who's like the strongest person I know, continues to be like, I don't know, I don't think. And I'm like, you should have had a spot as a girl on Supernatural. Can she stand up, please?
Where's Mom?
Mom!
Where's Mom?
Mom, get up high, Mom! You fuck yes!
Where is she? Oh, is she in the back? She's being shy.
There, no, she's right there. She's right there. With
Oh, there!
Kick-ass haircut. Damn gorgeous.
Well, honey, then
Yes.
that's all it takes. All it takes is for, I think, one person to see another person as a leader and a badass and beautifully flawed, and go, I see you, I appreciate you, and go out there and kill some fucking demons.
Yeah. I have to say, if you look at a group that you're called to be a part of and you don't see yourself, it's because the group needs you to be a part of it. So get the fuck on up there. Yes.
Exactly. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Mom.
Sorry, I'm crying. You guys are my heroes. I love you. Sorry, my voices aren't so gone. I am opening a show next week, in a week, and I am struggling to memorize my lines because I got the script
It's
2
a
weeks
stage
ago.
show.
Stage show.
Amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you. So I was wondering if you ladies have any tips for me to do some quick memorization over the weekend while I'm here. And yes, so that's my question.
I need you to rest your voice.
Yes, trying.
If you're doing a stage show, you will need that.
I do. I had to recently learn because self-tapes, I don't know how they are for you, B, but we are expected to be memorized for self-tapes. I record my lines as messages on my phone so I can listen to them when I'm driving, and I memorize them like a song. They go in my ear, and it's so much easier. Once I know what it is I'm actually saying and I know the thought process, I record it and I try to sing along with it. And then I just record the other person's lines and I see and I run them so that I can use the time I spend in the car or on the airplane or any place that I've got headphones in, and I can work on it then. Because one of my biggest problems memorizing lines is sitting down with the script in my pen, and I've learned that my brain actually doesn't process information that way.
I think memorizing is very difficult. I actually struggled with it for a long time, and self-tapes during the pandemic, I don't know in LA, but in Vancouver, there were so many tapes, because they were just like, great, we don't have to bring them in, let's just, sure, tape for this. But meanwhile, you're expected to learn 9 pages of dialogue in a day. But there's an app.
Even better, there is.
It's called Cold Read. Somebody introduced it to me when I was talking about struggling memorizing lines. And it is exactly what you say, except the part where you just listen to all of the lines, it doesn't do that, or maybe it does and I just don't know how, so if you figure it out, let me know. But you can record all of the lines, and then you just prompt it to go, this is the reader's line and this is my line, and it recognizes the last word of your line.
Oh, that's way better.
Oh, it's unbelievable. It's a game changer. For memorization, we're not talking about artistic merit, we're not talking about creativity or craft. We're talking about just fucking memorization. It's amazing. Cold Read.
Cold Read.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you gotta rest that voce.
Thank you. Thank you for the question. So now I know about this.
Congratulations and break a leg.
Yeah.
Oh God. Hold on, I'm gonna take a hit. That's good. I'm worried. Virginia was like, it'll last you, a few days. And I'm like, it's almost empty.
They're just very light. When I had, because I got the big cans for the band,
Yeah.
I gave them money and I went and go buy all the small cans you could find. Couldn't find any small cans, but they found big cans. I had one to Billy, and Billy's like, I don't think there's anything in this. I'm like, it's air! It's not gonna shake! Come on!
That's true. I mean, I fell for that. Hello, friend.
Welcome to a mile high. I know you can feel it.
Woo,
Yes. Holy doodle.
Thanks, yeah. I'm the person with the Lucifer question. Do you know who I'm talking about?
No.
Okay. When you fly out of Denver on your way into
Oh, I do know what you're talking about. The horse. The fucking
the horse.
Is it a horse?
artistic, the art killer.
I just learned about this. Have you seen it?
Oh, not only have I seen it, Chad and and I wrote a script about it on the way in from
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I just saw it. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Just salient detail. When it was being assembled, the main sculptor died of injuries because part of it fell on him.
It killed his maker. It's like Frankenstein's monster.
Something like that.
Hey.
Just what is your opinion of him?
I just want to know why. Nobody knows. Like, what had to, I want to know the board meeting that happened between the city of Denver and this artist, where Denver went, you know what? Yes. I want this piece of art to be the first thing that people see when they come to Denver.
Being a bit of a horse girl, I would be down for all of it except for the glowing fucking red eyes. Explain the eyes to me!
And it's a bit veiny too, right? Like it's a demon horse.
Yeah.
It's not a horse, so I can get behind that. But this horse is gonna do some damage.
So Chad and I were both looking at it, and I was telling him that it was like it killed somebody, and I was like, how has this thing not been in a movie before? So we started discussing the episode of Supernatural they should have written where the demon horse came to life, and I'm sorry, they missed out.
I think I can kind of guess half of the answer as to why. I could say blue bucking bronco, part of Denver Broncos. Red eyes, I don't know.
It's an airport.
Red eye flag.
You got there. I don't know, ma'am. I don't know. Freaky deaky.
Yeah.
So thank you for reminding me of that nightmare.
It's terrifying.
Hello.
So first off, I wanted to let you know, Lucifer did kill somebody. It killed the artist that made it.
Yes.
And then my question is, a lot of this has been about like you guys being inspirations, and you're an inspiration to me. But I wanted to know who's an inspiration in your life, whether from shows that you've watched or from your personal lives.
This is funny. I'm like, I can't answer that without crying. Because the first answer is my mom. Because I am inspired by any human, and I say this all the time about Jody, that knows how much it hurts to love and still chooses to love anyway. That was my mom.
I'm with Kim with I am inspired by, as we mentioned before, people who really choose to walk a path that they feel called to do, whether it be popular, whether it be approved of, people who really are living their true authentic selves. It really has opened my world up into the woman that I can be, and then the person that I can be better of service to others. So if anybody out there is wondering who they're supposed to be in this world, don't look outside. Stop outsourcing your worth, and just everything you need is inside.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Hi. So I'm studying to be a teacher right now. I'm in my junior year.
God bless you.
I take after my mom.
Another mom.
Yeah.
Where's mom?
Right now.
Hi, mom.
And common theme. You both really inspire me a lot in life, and you, Kim, in particular, have been a figure in my life my whole life. So, I just wondered if you had any advice for me in becoming a teacher and having an influence on kids' lives.
Oh, wow. You are a mighty, mighty warrior. I would like to, I don't think I have advice. I have, yes, you should be fucking paid more. Yes, you should be respected more. Yes. You are responsible for shit that is not your fault. No, you are not to blame. Yes, your heart. And I beg of you to find self-care that works. I beg of you, because these children need you to exist. And if you burn hard and burn fast and you're like, that's fine, I don't need it, that's fine, I don't need it, fucking take the self-care. Take the weekend, take care of yourself so you can bring all of you back. You need to drink from your own well first and feed those little shits on the leftovers so there's something there to give them.
Find some cool fucking games. And have the good candy. I'm just kidding. I mean, I'm kidding.
That's our PJ party.
Exactly. I just think that when I was in school, I loved my teachers and they were amazing and they did the best they could. But it was really encouraged for me to be a certain way. Even though I knew from a young age what I wanted to do and who I was meant to be, I was encouraged to be quiet a lot. I was encouraged to take up as little space as I could. I was encouraged to take classes that I had no interest in. I was really encouraged to be a person that I didn't feel like I was. And I think that if I could encourage anybody to do anything right now, especially teachers, it would be to help youngsters down a path that is truly unique to them and allow them to be the people that they were born to be. Just like you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi guys, I'm Krista and I'm doing Mad Libs again.
Oh, great.
Great.
Krista, bring
Love
it.
it. Let's do this.
Okay, and for everybody who doesn't know, I'm doing the finishing up with Rob on Sunday.
Okay.
So
It sounded sexier than you meant it to.
anyway.
But anyway, she says. Moving on, Briana.
So can I have a noun from you guys again, please?
What's a noun again? Where's the teacher?
Person, place, or thing.
Where's the teacher? Person, place, or thing.
Person,
Okay.
place, or thing. Wait, you're only letting, yeah, that's not fair. There's two of us.
I'm sorry, it's how it rolled.
It's all what?
It's how it rolled.
It's how it rolled. She told us to go fuck ourselves, Kim.
She has her lip out, guys. Oh my god.
I love it. Okay, person, place, or thing, Kim. Come on. You're the smart one here. Let's do it. She's hard knowing you. She is mad at you.
Okay, all right.
I want my own.
Hold on, she's gonna throw you a bone. She's gonna throw you a bone.
I have an extra one.
Oh.
What is it?
Adjective.
That's a pity adjective, Kim. Don't you pick that shit up?
Oh, are you doing
better
adjective?
than that?
Are you doing adjective?
No, you do an
wanna
adjective. No, I'm not good at any of this. I'm gonna do noun. Because I know what that is.
You do now.
Now, church.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, controversial.
I just like to say this word, loquacious.
See, that was worth it.
All right,
Thank you. Thank you.
That's hysterical.
That works at my work too. My boss is 27, and every time I'm like, no, and I stick my lip out. She's like, okay. Oh God, you're gonna cry. Okay, all right, hold on a second. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. There's nothing more embarrassing than having your mother figure cry like she's 4 in front of you because you won't give her the horse she wants.
Well done, good tactic. Yeah, I'm gonna steal that.
Works.
Hi there.
Hi. Yeah. Sorry.
How dare you? How dare you?
See? I won't give you the horse you want. Now you're gonna cry. That's what's happening.
Hi. Sorry, I'm like both of you guys' biggest fan.
Thank you, honey. You cry all you want. You still gotta ask a fucking question, though.
Basically, Kim, I've watched you from the Sweet Life with Zach and Cody, Sweet Life on Deck, to you being on Colonel Mines, assistant director of
Oh God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so
Yeah, you were
sorry.
bad on that.
That's awful.
And then watching you on Supernatural, you guys are both amazing. like, how do you get into your characters? Like, is it difficult for you guys to get into your characters, or are you just like able to jump right into it?
I think that my character is really, for the most part, a version of me. Not me, but a version of me. And I do speak in that dialect on set, which is hysterical because then the entire crew does it as well. But they all sound like fucking leprechauns when they do it. And I, you know, when Donna started, she was a niche character, so my accent was much thicker at the beginning when I first started in season 9. Yeah, I do things to prepare as an actor that are more like focus things. Like I try not to be on my phone too much because I was just talking with Chad about this, a lot of being a television actor is doing nothing. A lot. So when you've been in your trailer for 6 hours and you have a scene where you say 7 words, you got to show up and be in character after sitting for 7 hours sometimes because there's 100 crew members that have been working their asses off to make sure you look good. And if you show up and you're like, go get the gun. Thank you. They're gonna be pissed and you're gonna look terrible. So I try to focus on that when I come in, I am already in character when I hit set.
I love all of that. I totally agree. The only thing I would contribute is the blessing that it is working with who we work with. Because when you look in somebody's eyes and you know they're there for you, it's a lot easier to jump. And that's a lot of what acting is for me, is a lot of like, I don't know, let's find out, jump. And so I have to say that there was never anyone I shared the set with at Supernatural that didn't carry me and give me permission to be Jodie as hard as I needed to be. So there's a lot of love there, and that helps. When you're working with assholes, I haven't worked with it. No, I lied. There was an asshole. There was one asshole. I worked with one asshole. One asshole in 25 years is pretty fucking good.
And then I just wanted to say thank you for being so inspirational, motivational, just being you guys and for being here.
Thank you for inspiring it.
Thank you. Hello, princess.
Hello. Yeah, no, national representative. Sorry, you're good.
Okay,
yes.
got it. Got it.
So as a woman myself with autism and IDD, I actually wanted to ask, like, what you would say to the no-sayers, the people that say, no, that person can't.
What is IDD? Help me with that one.
IDD is an intellectual developmental delay.
Copy that. People who can't say no. People who tell me I can't do something because I'm autistic?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say anything to them because they'd already be fucking behind me. It is not my job to ask permission from somebody who has already decided I can't. Fuck all the way off. So go get them.
Hi.
Hello.
Well, first off, I love both of you. Kim, I'm obsessed with your TikToks. Thank you for them. And will you adopt me, please?
Yes.
I know that
yes.
you adopted Harley Quinn. Please me.
Yes, it's open.
You put out a thing on TikTok where you're like, does anybody need adopting?
Yeah,
is that right?
I'm adopting everyone. I have adopted an entire fucking generation.
There you go. She has.
All mine.
So my question really is, what was the best prank you played on the boys?
Oh, well.
Oh, on Jared Jensen?
Yes.
Well, it was on Jensen.
Yeah. That's perfect.
So fuck that guy. So Kim, whenever Kim was in town shooting, I would come and visit her on set. And one time we came late at night. Who was the director? Jacques? It's a French guy. Can't remember. Who cares? Not important, am I right? He was lovely, and Kim asked him ahead of time if we could pull a little prank, and he was like, absolutely, so into this. So you guys, I'm sure, saw it. on the blooper reel, which was like, so Briana, there's a scene where Jensen and I are doing the dishes, and then the scene ends, but I'm gonna say something like,
Yeah, can you finish up the dishes, because I have a date.
yeah, and of course Jensen loves this shit, so he was like, oh, a date, huh? Oh, absolutely, what do you got going on? And then I come in, and I'm like, hey baby, and I put my arms around him, and God bless Jensen that his reaction wasn't, what the fuck, or whatever, he just went,
Camera was still rolling. Because Donna gave him the stink eye. I was like, that's right. That's right.
That was Briana giving him the stink eye.
So not only that, but if you're the camera and here's the scene, we walk out and he turns to camera to give it a button where he goes. Yeah, he knew. He was it. So it wasn't really a prank. It was more an additional bonus scene that is not canon, but we loved it.
To be honest, I'll speak for myself. I don't feel like comfortable enough on that set to prank them because I am very aware of the amount of money it costs per minute to shoot film, even if it's digital. But yeah, I also, being relatively new to TV, I didn't know when people were busy and when they weren't, or when they were in the middle of something, or what would fuck everybody up. So I just kind of did my thing. That was the famous thing in the first episode that I did with Jensen, which was the donut scene. That was the very first thing I shot. And Jensen famously was like, she's such a good comedian. I can't break her. I can't do anything. He tried to do everything to get me to laugh. And he thought it was because I was really like holding it together because I was like, no, I'm just trying not to fuck up. Legit. I was just like, where's my mark? Say my lines, make sure it's objective, intent behind it all. Okay, gotta go, bye! Yeah, but yeah, sure, I'm a very talented comedian or whatever. Thank you.
Hi, love.
So this is purely my perspective as a female viewer and lover of the show. I loved Wayward Sisters and how inspirational and badass the ladies were. And I have to be honest, I gotta ask, as someone who face-palmed a lot, though I love Sam and Dean, do you think there were times where Jody and Donna were just like, these guys?
Come on! If you were doing it as a viewer, do you think Donna and Jody would be like, you guys can do no wrong? Go ahead.
One of my favorite moments shooting that expressed the relationship with them, there's this scene where Sam tells Jody that Dean likes anime porn, basically. And it was written that Jody recoiled by that. It was a little like, had the, I was like, I don't think Jody fucking judges them at all. I think she would have no problems going, that's not how this works. But she also is like, she didn't actually expect them to contribute to the sex ed conversation. She just was like, can you not leave? No, you're hopeless. Okay. And I think that would probably be, if I had to guess, I don't think Jody would ever be disappointed in who they are. But I think Jody would have been willing to educate them in how they could be more effectively who they are.
Thank you. Just gonna stretch my back. Denver!
Oh, Denver.
You can ask your question.
What's your question?
I know personally when I fall in love with a TV show such as Supernatural, I take pieces of each character and kind of turn them into, not personality traits of my own, but just things that I'm like, hey, I wish I was more like Dean in this way. Do you guys do that? Because I did that with your characters heavily, because badass women, obviously. But do you guys do that with characters like Jody and Donna, where you're like, I really like this about my character. I want that to be part of me.
Do we watch TV shows and are we inspired by characters on other TV shows? Is that your question?
No,
or the ones we play.
Your own characters. Like, do you take your own characters and be like, I want to be more like Donna in X, Y, and Z?
Sure. I would say I'd like to be more like Donna. I would like to be more of an optimistic. I think myself a pretty optimistic person, but I'm also a very sensitive person, which I've become more and more so as I get older. And I think that what I loved most about Donna is that she was not willing to shrink herself in any way in the position that she held as sheriff. She was good at her job, she was proud of her job, and she wasn't ashamed of it because she was a woman. And she never apologized for any of her leadership. She asked for what she needed because she knew what needed to be done. And I wish that I could do that maybe a little more unabashedly.
I like that. Thank you. I love Jody's courage and willingness to show up. And it wasn't just Jody that showed me that I had the capacity to be more me doing that, but it was also the fandom. Again, the fandom that was like, no, keep showing up, show up, show up. And to me, that means learning where I was arriving, but I was arriving with the mask and leaving my heart and my soul and my reality in the car where it was safe. And Jody didn't do that. Jody fucking came in all the time with 100%. And so I'm learning to do a little bit of that myself. It's not easy. It's not something somebody can just be like, I'm gonna take off all my defenses and masks now because they don't fit anymore. No, they're there for a fucking reason. Ouch. But at least being aware of them can help me start like prying off some of the crazy glue that's kept them on there for half a century. Thank you. That was welcome to my brain, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry.
Hi, love.
Hi. I was wondering for each of you, what was your favorite Supernatural episode to shoot in?
To shoot?
Yeah.
I think hitting 911. Only because that's where we lovingly met and fell in love. I texted her, it was last month, I think, because I found a picture that we took that maybe you guys saw where we sat Jared and Jensen's set chairs, and we're just like, yeah, fuck you, yeah. But it was like a featured photo on my iPhone. It was like 7 years ago, and I was like, Kim, it's our anniversary. So yeah, it was so fun. Also, I don't remember the boys being in that episode a ton, so they were really on point because they were fresh as daisies. Because they were like, hey, we're gonna come in, we're gonna shut the car door, and we're gonna go off for 4 days.
Except for Jared kept kicking that sign.
Oh yeah, it was just.
There's a very high sign that Jared was able to kick. It was
we all remember they're waiting to call action. I completely forgot about this. And we're all just like, no, Jared's trying to kick the sign. And so we all stood there and waited until Jared kicked the sign.
I felt the stage start moving. Did you see me, Californian? We just had an earthquake that was not a fun one. Yeah, and I felt the stage start like
fun earthquakes.
I have an entire generation to save. Hold on. I've just adopted everyone. Now I can't let them die underneath falling glass.
Kim Rhodes, everyone.
God.
Sure. I was more just like talking about her, the performance she was doing momentarily.
But they're here. Rob left. Rob,
what did you say to him?
What did I say?
Keep going. Keep talking.
Okay, we're gonna keep talking.
So I'm a Cancer rising.
Good job. Excellent work. Yeah.
Nailed it. Fucking nailed it, Rob.
Smooth as fucking butter. I am seamless.
I'm like, keep talking, both like, when we came on stage, you looked at us like we were the FBI.
No, because I thought it was an earthquake.
Yeah.
I felt the stage move.
Wow.
And I didn't know you were coming on. And after that last one, were you in town for that last one we had?
I don't know if I was.
Well, then you weren't.
Where was it? When was it?
It was like, I don't know, time blends together,
Sure.
but it was not a good one.
Wow.
It
and
was
we're positive it was definitely an earthquake.
It was 100%.
It wasn't a Kimquake.
No, my daughter woke up and came in and was like, fuck this shit.
Wow.
I was like, well, we're not sleeping for 2 days now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, you know.
It was not fun. But it feels just like this.
Wow. Well, that looks kind of fun.
I was going to ask. Kim said it was not a fun earthquake. And I said, are there fun earthquakes?
There are. They're quick. They're just fast enough for you to go, oh, wow, is that a... Oh yeah, that was just an earthquake.
That was a party.
Those are fine, but the ones I don't like is no, it's a truck though, right? Oh, it's not a fucking truck.
Yeah.
And it should be done by now, and it's not.
Yeah.
And it's that when my brain gets to that last thought of it should be done by now, and it's not.
Yeah, and then you go into like stop, please stop, stop,
That's the
stop,
fucking
stop.
one. I go into.
California's
I can't
fun,
remember
you guys.
anything to do. What do we do? We're not a doorway anymore. We're supposed to lie next to
I don't
the
even
table.
know.
I don't fucking know. My kid's gonna die.
It's all good. No one's gonna die, Kim. No one's gonna die.
Kim, it's okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, the legends, Kim Rhodes and Briana Buckmaster. Bad girl, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad girl, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad girl, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad girl, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? All right. Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the on-stage proceedings for the afternoon. The stage is going to take a break, and then tonight's going to be karaoke-rific. Right now, the band is going to play a little acoustic show for a small group of people. Then tomorrow we'll be back for more show.